Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Let me know if the sound is okay. I am using an external mic because having a headset on all week, all day, every day for the entire week, I don't want to wear one anymore. So let me know if the sound is okay or if it's too loud. Let me know that. Hello Kathleen. Hello Christine. Hello Nana. Hello Catherine. Hello Noelle. Hello Brooke. That looks like a good afternoon. Busy, yes, but a good afternoon. Um, Hello, Nessa. Hello, Sue. Okay, wonderful. Because, yeah, I don't want to wear a headset right now. So we're going to be coloring in Fairy and Fantasy 5, the grayscale coloring book by Christine Karron. I have left links below the video for both the coloring book as well as the pencils we're using today. And the pencils we're using to get today, all of you will be extremely surprised, is the Prisma Premier colored pencils. Hello, Mama Mona! So I will be using the Prismas on this. Let's see how that goes for me. Prismas hate me, just saying. We will be coloring this page here, which is Winter Warmth, for all of you out there that are dealing with that snow and wonderful storms across the US that I hear about every single day. So this is the page that we're going to be coloring. Hopefully hopefully it looks good, and I think I'm going to need new glasses because everything looks fuzzy to me. How is everyone? How has your week been? Yeah. The Prismas are a wonderful pencil. They just really hate me. I'm just saying. My mom loves Prismas, but yeah, they don't like me too much. So I'm going to conquer them this year. I am going to do it. I'm going to win. That's good to know that you're doing okay there, Christine. So just want to do a bit of a shout out to a friend of mine. He is currently running a charity stream for a company that moves around the world in disaster zones with a portable kitchen. So they deal with Prismas. They deal with natural disasters and feeding the hungry and making sure that people have a hot meal. I will be leaving a link in the stream after the stream, or sometime during the stream. I will talk about it again, so that you guys can go over and take a look and share some love. The 3D printing community does this every year. They choose a charity and they do a 24-hour stream to raise funds for it. So this year they're doing two 12-hour streams instead, and they're raising funds for this company. And when you donate, if you have a 3D printer, the wonderful thing is if they have a 3D printer, with every donation you get 3D print files so that you can print things. So I donated $10 and I got a bunch of print files that I'm going to have Bob print me. So I will link that stream at the end of our stream, and if we can go over and stream bomb him, that'd be awesome. Yes, Prisma. These bad boys right here. These ones. The reason why I'm going to use Prismas is A, they hate me, and B, they have wonderful colors in it that I really want to use on this page. Hello, Yana. Good morning. How are you doing out there? Are you still frozen solid? All right, I closed out the window I need, so I'm just going to quickly open this. So that we can actually zoom in. I need to turn that off. Off. You guys don't need to see the light being bright. Oh, that's even brighter. There. There we go. I'm going to zoom you in, and we're going to start on her face and work our way out, of course. I always start in the middle of a page and work my way out. So that's where we're going to start. Nothing is going to melt till July. That's terrible, Yana. I hope that, yeah. Exactly, Sue. Exactly. I hope that it melts quicker than that. That would not be good if it's stuck around that long. Oh, no. Well, I hope it melts quicker than that for you. All right, so we're going to start with beige sienna. And the great thing about Christine's grayscale books is that her grayscale is soft. It's not a heavy grayscale, so it's a really, really wonderful one to color. So now I'm just doing the heavy, heavy areas with a little bit of this sienna. Just to give me something to grab with the other pencils. All right, like that. All right, now I need this one. Yeah, that one. Now I'm going to use my grade lavender. And this is going to be the other areas. Oy, no, that's not something that I would want. We have a little bit of a cold snap here, but it's absolutely nothing compared to what you guys are dealing with. So next week will be my last week of training, and then I'll be on my regular schedule. And once I'm on my regular schedule, I will have a little bit more time in the day, hopefully, to actually produce some content. Oh, yeah. And with your hip issues, you should not be out there shoveling snow. I wish I lived closer. If I lived closer, I could send my son out to do it for you. Because I wouldn't be doing it. Well, I could if I had to, but my knees are not liking the cold that we have here. I can imagine what they would do there. I don't have enough winter clothes to be there. I come down and define her bridge of her nose a little bit more here. Love Christine's work, but she never puts in noses. There are always these little button noses. All right. Make sure that we get all the shadows in there. Oh, that is too cold. Absolutely too cold. Yes, do little bits at a time and hopefully it'll get done. Don't do too much. And then we're going to use rosy beige. Yeah, no. 12 inches of snow is just not enough, not something I want to deal with. I am sorry for all of you people out there having to deal with it. But it is not something that I would be happy about dealing with at all. Excuse me, one moment. Hello, Kenny. Good morning. Sorry, I had to mute there so that I could cough because I swallowed the wrong way. I don't know why, but lately I have been swallowing the wrong way and just choking on my own saliva. It's like, can we just not? Yeah. Well, you are quite an active individual when you're not being bothered by something, so having to slow down is probably driving you a little loopy. For anybody that doesn't know Yana, Yana does not slow down for anything. She is being forced to slow down a little bit. Yes. I know you well enough that having to slow down for things is probably not making you too happy. All right. And then we're going to use one. We're going to use peach. And this is about where Prismas start hating me because I'm trying to put more colors in than they want to accept. Um, I find that they work better with a Tombow blender brush pen or a paintbrush, but I do like the way they work. And the best thing to do with them if you're layering color is to put down one layer, dry it, put down the next layer, just like you would with watercolor paint. The great thing about the Inktense is that when you activate them fully and make sure that all of it's activated, if after you dry it, it becomes permanent. So it's not going to change the color of the next color. I have issues with making sure it's fully activated, but I do like Inktense. Yes, yes, they do. The alcohol blender does work quite well with it, but I do find that with the alcohol blender, it does lift a bit of the color, so it doesn't look as bright as it should, so you need to go over it a couple of times. But it does work well in blending them nice and smooth, so we're not blending, but activating. It does work really well with getting a nice smooth activation on it. Yeah, I don't get along too well with water brushes either. I prefer a paintbrush myself. I always end up with ones that are just going to spit water at me or get clogged. One or the other. Yeah, I'm not a fan of using the alcohol blender either. I like the water blenders, absolutely. They are definitely better. The alcohol blender does work. I just find that it lifts too much of the color myself. Personal opinions. All right, the next color I'm going to use is this one. Now we're going to use some beige. Oh, I shouldn't do that. I keep on forgetting these are Prismas. Do not wipe your Prismas with your hand if you get crumbles. Hello, Marilyn. Yeah, it does fade it out. Okay, I thought it was just me. And hello, Alex. But if you are using your Prismas and they get all crumbly, do not use your hand to wipe your page because you will smear it. Prismas enjoy being smeared. Ruined many a pages with Prismas just by smearing the pencil around. And hello to all of you wonderful people out there in Lurker land. I know that you're out there hanging out, and I definitely do appreciate you. Just want to make sure that you guys get a shout out as well, because I know you're out there. Put in the cheek area here. All right. Then we're going to use light peach. Hello, Shannon. I knew you were out there, and I appreciate you being out there. Yeah, no, I don't use Prismas a whole lot. like I said at the start of the stream, I don't mind. I love the colors of Prisma. I don't mind using my Prismas, but my Prismas really don't like me. But I do know that they work very well on Christine Karron's books. So, and there's some lovely colors in the Prismas that I want to use on the hat and gloves and stuff. So I don't think I used my Prismas very much last year, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to master them this year. They're not going to beat me. But no, I don't typically use my Prismas a whole lot. And that's probably why I'm fighting with them all the time, is because I don't use them enough to fully understand their abilities. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I keep on doing that. I keep on wiping it with my hand. Poor Evelyn's probably having a heart attack. Oh dear. Oh, I'm sorry. Cleaning out closets. Not fun. And this is another reason why I'm not fond of Prismas, because sometimes they like to break. Alright, so I am sharpening them in an electric sharpener because Shannon has taught me that the electric sharpener does harden the lead a little bit. Because one of the things I don't like about Prismas is that the leads of them are really soft. But Shannon taught me that using an electric sharpener on them does harden that lead a little bit, and it really does. So the color I'm using right now is Deco Peach. Yeah, exactly. Keeps them a little bit harder, which does make using them for me a little bit easier. All right. Now we're going to put in some color on her cheeks. So we're going to use Rose, and we're going to start back here. And then we're going to take that light peach and soften that edge a little. Blend that in. Now a little bit more. Another one of the issues that I do have sometimes with the Prismas is I get really heavy wax bloom, which I have found out is normal, but it drives me crazy. There are a lot of pencils that do have that heavier wax bloom, and I have figured out how to deal with it. But the first time I ever had it was with Prismas, and it really put me off of them. So I'm getting over it with them. We're working it out. Hello, butterflies. Oh yes, the Artist Loft ones do break a lot. There you have to remember the shipping processes with them as well. I find that a lot of shippers don't take care with packages, and warehouses as well. They see colored pencils and they just toss them around. They don't expect that these things are cherished and expensive. There's a lot less of it now. Like back when I first started coloring, every set of pencils that I got had at least one broken in it and were looking like they were disheveled and chucked around and dented on the package and everything else. So, it's a lot better now than it was, but still, they're colored pencils, people. These things are fragile. And not a single one of them puts fragile on the shipping label, which I think all of them should. Hello, Kelly. No, I have not finished the R.J. Hampson. I will be working on it gradually, and will of course post it as soon as I'm done. It's another thing that I will be glad to be on my regular shift for, is I will be getting home earlier, so it'll give me a little more time to do coloring and stuff like that. So I might not have as many work in progresses as I do now. I even have a work in progress at work because I haven't had time to sit down and work on it. I think I'm just going to bring that set of pencils home because my lunch hour is actually going to be shortened. It's going to be half an hour instead of an hour that we had during training. So I can request it to be an hour, but I really don't want to stay there until 3 o'clock in the afternoon if I don't have to. And I'd rather be at home coloring than at the office coloring anyway, so. Awesome, Nessa. I wish they would do that here. All right, I'm going to put in a little bit of color down here. And then I'm going to take the white and we're going to do some highlighting. Put a little highlight here. A little highlight here in her dimple. And then down her nose as well. And down there. And if you do this first, of course, the white is going to show up better because the other pencil won't lay right on top of it. But because I wanted it to be a subtle highlight, I didn't want it to be a stark highlight, I'm doing it afterwards. I'm just going to put a little bit in here. All right. Now we're going to do her eyes because Deadeye's looking at me. Drive me crazy. So I'm going to use 30% cold gray and knock over things on my desk. Hello, Dion. Hello, Bonnie. Hello, Bob. All right, so we're going to come in here with some gray. Take a little bit of that pink here and here. Then we're going to take that Deco Peach and we're going to blend it out. Like so. No, pages go through an ugly phase. Don't scrap it. Just keep going. It'll turn out. Just keep going on it. Just let it, if you're feeling that the page is still wet, make sure that you dry it really well so that it won't tear or anything. But yeah, keep going on it. So Kim, what I normally do with the wax bloom, because of the fact that there is a wax bloom, is I will go over it with a blender first. So the Karron Dash blender is fantastic for that. So when I am blending things, I will go over it with a Karron Dash blender and fix it. I do find the Karron Dash blender does seal it all in and stops that wax bloom. Her eyes. I really, really like the lilac color. So we're going to give her lilac eyes. And we're starting off with a really light layer of the lilac. Leaving the highlights. Hello, Calamity. Good morning, darling. And then I'm going to do the Dahlia Purple. Oh, Christina, I hope you are safe out there, and definitely, make sure that your family's safe. I know those fires out there have been pretty scary too. It seems that Mother Nature has not yet, refilled her prescription from last year. Just saying. Between the wildfires in California, the snowstorm that's hitting the rest of the U.S. other than, the Pacific Northwest. I am so sorry for all of you. Now we're just going to add just a slight touch of violet blue. Up here in the shadow. And as we come down the edge of the eye. Iris. And we're going to come back in. Oh, yeah. Well, my thoughts are with you, Christine, and your family, and I hope that you get a hold of them soon so that you can be sure that they're safe. Now I'm just going to blend that all in with the lilac. Then we're going to take our black. Thank you, Alex. Like so. Good morning, Britt. Well, thank you. And we're just going to give her some eyelashes and try not to break our pencil. Here. Black. so. Then we're going to take a bit of the Deco Peach. We're going to come in here and do her eyelid. Then we're going to take awesome. Enjoy your lunch and have a safe trip home. Or I hope you enjoyed your lunch and have a safe trip home. Which way? So I am using hot pink. For her lips. Yeah, all of those people that have lost their homes. I saw on the news yesterday that there was so many homes and businesses that were being lost. And yeah, I really feel for them. I know that Oregon has sent a large amount of firefighters down there to help. So hopefully they get it all under control fairly soon and have the manpower to do it. All right, now we're going to use the pink. And we're going to take the white. And do a little bit of a highlight there. Like so. All right, so that's her face done. I'm going to zoom you out a little bit. Goodness, it's been less than an hour. What? So there we are on her face. Do we want to move on to her hair, or do we want to move on to her hat and or down to her scarf? Which way do we want to go? Oh, that is awesome, Kim. I'm glad that they're all right and they were able to get into a new home. That's definitely wonderful. Exactly. That is true. Hello, Connie. Yep, I definitely think the owl is jelly of the bunny and the loves that he's getting. Oh my gosh. That's silly. Well, the faces I find quite simple to do with the Prismas. It's everything else. Yeah, this is a bunny. Little ear here. So which way do you guys want me to do? What do you want me to do next? Hello, Allison. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you're in Oregon? Me too. It was actually sunny for a moment. So which way do you want me to go? Give me some ideas, people, because yeah. You want me to do the owl or the hat? Hat. Okay, so we've got 2 for hat. All right. So let's zoom into the hat then. I'm just going to move you for a bit. Sorry if this is making anybody ill. All right, so the colors that I really want to use that are very, very good in Prisma are the teal colors. So we're going to start with light aqua. Hello, Frederica. I really like the teal tones in the Prisma colors. So and I'm just going to put a very light layer of this down, and then we're going to put our shadows in. The reason why I'm putting this down first is because I want the shadow colors to kind of blend into it and to take up that lighter color. And then I'll put another layer over this over top to fill it in and to give more of this to the darker colors, if that makes sense. And because it's such a large area, it makes it easier to put a base layer down. Yes, clay rose is awesome, yes. They have a lot of really unique colors in the Prismas. The grade lavender is one of my favorites for doing shadows and skin tones. Absolutely, absolutely. All of the people in California and throughout the United States that are dealing with the diversity and these things that are happening, both weather-wise and fire-wise, are definitely in our thoughts and our prayers. And hopefully, everybody comes out of this month in good standing and good spirits. I know we got a lot going on right now, and sometimes just letting it all go for 2 hours while you watch a channel or while you color a page is definitely one of those things that is helpful for our brains. Thank you, Christina. Next week. So this coming week, I still have training hours. So I'm still 8 to 5. And then from the 20th on, I will have my regular schedule, which is 6 a.m. till 2:30, and I'll get home about 3 o'clock, which is great. Gives me time to tidy up a little bit, do something that I want to do, and get dinner going and all that sort of stuff before I have to go pass out. Because I'll have to start getting up at 4 in the morning, so I'll be going to bed early. Thank you, Frederica. Well, that's good. I hope it goes well for you and your family, and definitely drive safe and be safe while you're going down there, because there's a lot of cars on the road that have just been abandoned, and that sort of thing, just because the fires were too close and they were told to just let it go. From different accidents and everything else of people panicking. So, all right, so there's our base layer. Then we're going to come in and we're going to do our shadows first. So we're going to use the cobalt turquoise. Neighbor's guy's muscle car out. No, my stream time is not changing. My shift for work will be changing. No, I will actually be able to feel more awake on Monday streams and not be in such a rush. I might even be able to go back to 6 o'clock instead of 6:30 now that I have my schedule better understood. Yes, this is in the Fairy and Fantasy 5 grayscale coloring book. It's actually the last page in the book. I can probably let that go because it's not going to pick up any of the... I like to keep a hard page behind, especially if there's another coloring page behind it, so that I'm not pressing into that page. Yeah, I just put them all in the bag. I don't have issues picking colors for skin tones with pretty much any of the pencils I have. There's a couple of sets that just don't have enough of the colors for skin that I tend to grab a different set for. But I'm pretty good at picking colors from every set that I have to do skin tone. There are a couple of sets that just don't have the right colors in it. There are a couple of sets that the skin tones, the peach tones that I usually use are way too orange and they don't work well for skin. But you can counteract that with some purples. I was working on a chart for colors for skin tone from all the sets, but yeah, then I got busy. Things got busy. So I have not been working on that. Maybe that's one of those things that I'll do in segments is because I'm going to start doing segments every Thursday of different things that different projects and different things that I have had on the back burner. They'll be recorded segments. It won't be a live stream. Um, different pencils that I haven't pulled out in a while, ones that have been discontinued or changed over the years, different things like that. Is what I'm hoping to get done this year. Can't guarantee anything because life is forever changing. No, this one isn't in the, well, I don't know if it's in the Wildflower Folk or not. I can take a look and find out. Um, this one here is the Fairy and Fantasy 5. I'm still afraid to color in my Wildflower Folk. I keep on thinking about doing it and just not, my brain goes, yeah, no, you're not ready for that yet. Wildflower Folk is one of Christine Karron's books. It's actually um, her large book that has, and her artist grade book that she has some special ones in, as well as repeats and I guess not repeats, but bestseller type thing from her other books. Most requested. I love all her books. Christine's books are an auto buy for me. First of all, she's a fellow Canadian, and second of all, she just does beautiful work. Yes, Wildflower Folk is a bit of a compilation book. That's the word I was looking for. A mixture of different ones that she's done in the past. It also has some newer ones in it that aren't in other books. And it's on a really nice artist grade paper. So, although I do find that her books, I don't know why, but her books do have really nice paper in them. One of the nicest papers I've found in Amazon publication books. So now I don't know if it's just because of the type of grayscale that she has, or I don't know, but her books seem to be really nice paper. That autocorrect focus is doing a thing. Hold on. I swear I have gremlins in my camera because the autofocus keeps on hopping in and out. Like I actually just saw the check mark jump in and jump out. Where I have gremlins in there. Yeah, that is true. I do believe that I have done a flip through of the forest, the flower folk book, but I can't remember. I don't do a whole lot of flip throughs because there's so many out there by the time I get anything that it's kind of redundant. And I don't want to, you know, fill the community with things that other people have already showed you. And flip throughs are one of those things that, I can't really do any better than anybody else. So. Although there's not a whole lot I can do better than anybody else. So thank you, Connie. Oh yes, and Connie has colored in that book as well, which she does such beautiful work. I love Connie's work. I have to send her a private IM and have her help me find some of those wonderful books that she colors in that we can't find here, that I shouldn't be buying anyway, but I really want them. All right, and then we're going to use aquamarine. I used lilac and dahlia purple, violet blue, and then I went back over it with lilac for her eyes. Good morning, Della. I hope you are doing well. Hello, B. Yes, they do. Sorry that your eye isn't doing well. Having a sty can be really painful and annoying. Now it zoomed in too far. That's better. Now you can actually see what I'm doing. I have to constantly check it, otherwise it misbehaves, which is really annoying in itself. I think it's something to do with OBS because I've tried it on the Streamlab and it doesn't do that. So I might have to reset up Streamlab and use Streamlab instead, which doesn't give me as many tools as OBS does, but at least then I won't be jumping all over the place. We will probably get her hat finished today. And I will do her gloves. Her gloves are going to be the same color. So I will try to get those done hopefully this weekend before Monday's stream. I really hope it clears up for you quickly. Now, for anybody that came in after the start of the stream, I am going to be posting a link to a friend of mine's stream. He's doing two 12-hour streams, creating a 24-hour streaming period of time, today and tomorrow, raising funds for a nonprofit organization. It is a 3D printing stream for the 3D printing community. If you have a 3D printer or just getting into the 3D printing community or 3D printing hobby, when you make a donation to this stream, you actually are purchasing some 3D print PDF files. So files that you can use to print the 3D things. And all of the money that you donate with purchases goes to a company that provides hot meals in times of disaster. So it's a company that goes all over the world and cooks hot meals for people that have been put out due to natural disasters or man-made disasters. So I will be posting that at the end of the stream. I would love for everybody to pop over there and at least say hi and thank the host, which is Shane, for doing such a service for the community as well as providing the funds for all communities. The 3D print community does this once a year. Well, Shane does this once a year and chooses different charities every year. Another one that does them as well is one that does one for the Seattle Children's Hospital. So he does his around Christmas. But yeah, this one is needed assistance for anyone that's in a disaster zone needing a hot meal. Because sometimes just a bit of comfort food makes us all feel better. So I would love for everybody in my stream at the end of the stream to pop over to Shane's stream. And like I said, even if you don't make a donation, you can let them know that the coloring community appreciates their efforts and appreciates what they're doing. And like I said, for those of you that are into just starting into the printing as well, it is definitely one way to start your collection of files and support a good cause. Because we all enjoy supporting causes, don't we? And I think it's just such a lovely cause. A wonderful company that has seen a need and done everything in its power to fill it, which is awesome to me. All right, so there's her hat. Now we're going to do the puff ball on the top. Yeah, I completely understand that, Nanimo. I have one that one of the reasons. Sorry about my sharpener is not liking this pencil. There, that's better. One of the reasons why I am doing the one that I started last year, all in different shades of the same color. Each page is a different shade of, yeah, a monotone. That's it. That's the words I'm looking for. Is because sometimes it's really difficult to see what things are. And sometimes when you go slow enough and you're coloring along, you can definitely figure out and start seeing details as the color goes down. So I'm taking the cobalt turquoise, which is our darkest color, and I'm just putting in little flicks in the pom-pom. Giving the pom-pom some dimension. This area here, we're going to color. I have to keep on looking over and make sure that the camera hasn't gone all wonky on you. Yeah. Yeah, I've only got a few as well. I'm it's the same with Kirby's books. I love Kirby's work, but his pages are so busy sometimes that it's hard to see what things are. So now I'm coming through with the aquamarine and again just doing little ticks, filling in that space. And then to finish it off, we're going to use our light aqua. I'm just going to go over the whole thing. We will see. We will see. I can use them. I don't have too many. My issue is usually I get frustrated with it because I forget to blend, or I don't want to blend yet because I want to add more color. And I leave it for a day and then I have to come color it again because there's wax bloom all over it. That's usually where my problem is. In order to get rid of the wax bloom after it's happened, one of the things that I do find that I need to do is actually go over it again, especially if I'm not finished that area. So I just need to go over it again lightly with the colors that I've already added and knock the wax bloom down. It's just time consuming, and I don't like repetition. I don't like doing things over and over again if it's not necessary to do. All right, and there's her pom-pom. So I'm just going to zoom out. We've got about half an hour. So I think I want to do the mouse in this. I'm going to zoom out so you guys can see it a little better and to give the camera the ability to zoom so it stays zoomed in. So there she is so far. I'm going to do the little mouse and the pine as well as the berries there. I'm going to do them as, zoom back in, and I'm going to pan back up. All right, so we're going to do these as trying to think of the name of the berries now. Mistletoe berries. That's the word I want. Yeah. So we're going to start with Caledon green in the shadows. Thank you, Dawn. And hello. All right. And then we're going to take sap green light. And then we're going to take white. The Prisma white is the only color, Prisma color that I use on a regular basis. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side here. Dust that off. Just following Christine's grayscale, putting those shadows in. Okay, and then the white. And we need some lighter greens for the leaves. I'm going to use Kelly green and Prussian green. Thank you, Kim. I'm going to sharpen these. Again, I apologize if that sharpener is really loud. And come down the stems with the Prussian green. And then we're going to use the Kelly green. And just to brighten it just a touch, we're going to take the chartreuse. I'm going to brighten that green just a little bit there. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side here. The first green is the Prussian green, and then Kelly green, and then a touch of the chartreuse. And then we're going to use the Kelly green up here on this sprig as well. And I'm just flicking it with the pine needles. Ah, that's not a problem at all, Frederica. I know how that goes. That was me last night trying to watch Angela's stream. Trying to cook, eat, listen, watch, talk, and put in my time card for work. My brain said, yeah, no. No, I've got Prussian green, Kelly green, and chartreuse. Are the colors I'm using. I feel so bad. I've missed so many people's streams, so I've watched a few of them back and on the rewatch. But by the time I get home sometimes I'm just so tired. My brain just does not want to function. But I'll get used to it and then it'll be perfectly normal, right? That's what they keep telling me. You'll get used to it and every day it will seem more and more normal. All right. And then for the very tips, a little touch of the chartreuse just to make the tips light. Because we know how pine needles are. They're light on the very, very tip. Because that's where the new growth is. All right, now we need a brown. And I'm going to use light umber. All right. Okay, now for the little mouse. I think I want to do him a gray mouse. So we're going to start with 20% French gray. Going to be our base. Oh my goodness, Sue. This is going to be our base color. So he's going to have a little bit of that brown color to him. Sleepy little mousy fella. Not something I want to find in my hat, but to each their own. And we'll add some pink to his tail. All right, and then we're going to use 50% French gray. Yeah, groceries are expensive. Just saying. And I'm following the grayscale at this point. Because I know I'm going to be coming back over it with the lighter color. The first layer that I laid down is just the base. So, all right. And then the last one we're going to use is 90% French gray. Yep, they definitely do. Getting into those deeper shadow areas here. All right. And then we're going to go back with the 20% French gray. I could have done him a white gray mouse, but I kind of really wanted him to have that, just a little bit of that brown in it. But I didn't want him to be a fully brown mouse. So that's why I used the French grays. All right, then we're going to use a bit of hot pink for his nose and the edge of his ear here. And a little bit on his tail. And then pink. And then we're going to take the white. And we're just going to blend that and pull that down. All right. And we've got 10 minutes left, so I don't want to start anything else because that'll take a bit. So I'm going to zoom you out, and I'm going to hopefully stay in focus. So there we have her so far. I will be finishing up her hat and her gloves. They will be the same color. Her scarf is going to be in a purple, and then her jacket, I think will I'm not sure what color we'll do her jacket. We'll take a look. But her scarf here will be in a purple. So I'll finish up the gloves. This sprig down here, because those are all going to be the same as what we've done on the hat. All right, so I've got a couple of a link here that I want you guys to pop over to and to show a little bit of love. Like I said, this is a stream that is a 3D print 3D print influencer. So make sure you say hello and show your love with a donation. The charity that they're working with is called the World Central Kitchen. And like I said, if you make a donation, there is different things that you can purchase with your donation, depending upon what your donation level is. Like I said, I donated $10, and I think I received a folder with like 4 or 5 print patterns in it. So if you are into 3D printing, please make sure that you go over and check it out. Even if you're not in 3D printing and just want to help out the World Central Kitchen, make sure you go over and give them a donation. He started at 6 o'clock, well, 5 o'clock my time this morning. So yeah, check it out, hang out with him. Yes, Bob is there. He is one of the moderators for that channel. So yes, Bob is there. Definitely there in chat. I don't think he's going to be on camera today, but he is in chat. All right, guys, so I will do up some more of this and work some more on the Mountain King. I did do a little bit of work on the Mountain King, just to show you that I have been working on it. I did do a little bit more work on it. I did do this snowdrift here, the water here, did some more on the bank there. I haven't done a whole lot on it, but I have done a little bit on it. I am still working on it. Yes, the World Central Kitchen is currently in LA feeding people right now. They have several different areas that they are working in, but yes, LA is currently one of the ones that, one of the areas that they are working in. All right, guys, again, go on over to that YouTube channel. Everybody, let's channel bomb him and make Shane cry, because the higher that donation gets, the more he'll tear up. So if we can all go over there and do $5 or $10 or $20, whatever you can do, just do so, and watch the bearded fella cry. All right, guys. Until next time, thank you all very much for watching, hanging out with me. I definitely do appreciate it. I miss you all so much. And of course, I will be popping over there for a little bit. And yeah, so of course, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy, whether it be a coloring artist, a painting artist, a 3D printing artist, anybody. Just make sure that you show them some love. And always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye-bye for now.